What's up, replayers? Welcome. Welcome. Mark Judy, welcome. Peter, welcome. We are getting ready for the Frankfurt Open, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in 5 minutes. Maximize. Good morning. Alron, good morning. Where are the pip killers at? Where are the pip killers? How are you guys? Are you going to give us a signal? Possibly. Ain't much going on right now. Nothing's open. Nothing is opened. I mean, you know, market centers are open. We've got Sydney and Tokyo open. However, ain't much moving. Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, you know, that's basically what I spoke about in my last Kazakhstan's in the house. That's what I spoke about in my last scope, guys, was you know, I basically talked about how we are very selective with our positioning in terms of when we take positions, right? New York Steezy, what up? And so right now, there's not much going on. There's not much going on. It's very light. It's likely to pick up because now we've got Frankfurt opening their markets. Eastern Europe is about to get their game on. And so now we can start to kind of look around the markets and see where the action is. Okay? How do you get into stocks? Well, initially you've got to study extremely hard. Extremely hard. You have to realize that you are in a market where there are a lot of intelligent people. It's not a casino. It's not people just throwing money. These people that you'll be competing against are there to make money. They're not there to just place bets. And so the initial way you get started with any market, the stock market, the currency market, futures market, you know, options markets, the way that you get started. Guys, thanks for coming in the room. Welcome to the room. My name is Jay Salvati. I'm the greatest currency trader in the entire world. I have an algorithm called FX Prime. If you guys are new to the room, you guys will see what that's about shortly. But the way you get started in any market is with intense study, and that comes from an intense desire to learn about finance and all of the basic aspects of how markets work, so-called market intrinsics or market internals. And so that's where you start. You start with a yearning for knowledge, and then you take it up. Then you take it up. You make it yours, right? So guys, in 2 minutes, Frankfurt is going to open. We're likely to see a little... No problem, Redbone. We're likely to see a little tick up in volatility, which is great because that means some trades are going to start coming into the market. Some players are going to start coming into the market. Sydney and Tokyo sessions have been extremely weak. I mean, if you look at USD CAD, which had tons of movement today, we took like 60 something pips out of USD CAD. I don't know. I've never heard of anybody making money off of a scanner like that, or really any scanner. Most scanners are crap. You know, when it comes to any type of market, you know, the thing with markets when there's very thin trading, so-called no volatility trading, if you place trades in that environment, you're going to lose money because there is no essential trend to the market. There's no way for you to capture the volatility. There's going to be no big price spikes. So you're going to be sitting on a position for hours at a time, and you never know if a bad news story comes out while you're sitting in those positions, just sitting there doing nothing. You know, that's not good. That's exposing you to risk that you don't need to be exposed to. So what we try to do, and what we do in the markets, is we place our bets when the volatility is extremely high. We capture the fast moves We're in and out of the market on an intraday basis. We're flat when we're not watching the market. We're flat over the weekend. Okay? We don't allow ourselves to get exposed to excess risk. Now, what is excess risk? Let me define that, okay? Because a lot of people are like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Okay? If you're newbies and you guys don't understand the lingo, that's okay. Force yourself to just kind of take it in, and you can Google stuff and write it down and just kind of research it later. When you say we, I mean everybody who is a member of my website, fitbusinessman.com. We have a product called FX Prime, which is a trading algorithm for the currency markets, and we take pips every single day from the market. And if you're interested in joining, you can email me, info@fitbusinessman.com. It is invite only at this point, and this will likely be the last day, guys, for the 7-day trial. The demand's getting high, so I'm going to take away the 7-day trial. It's just going to be $97 a month from tomorrow, starting Wednesday onward. Okay, so if you're on the wall about making a decision, you know, obviously we took 60-something pips today. If all you did was trade 10,000 units, you would have made back your entire monthly payment for the service in like one day. So that's that. What I do and what I specialize in is extracting value from the market and giving the people that subscribe to my service extreme value, at least 10 times the value that they pay for. That is always the goal, and that is what I do on a daily basis. So, Frankfurt is now open, guys. As you can see, a little bit more volatility. If you guys are watching any of the currency pairs right now, a little bit more volatility did come into the market. We got some moves. That's very important. It's very important that we realize when the players are in the market. Okay? That is extremely important if you're going to be a successful trader. You cannot make money if there is no volatility. So, what I was saying before was, what do I mean by exposing ourselves to risk? Okay? Now, I understand this is over a lot of people's heads. This is why they all left. They don't want to make money. Everyone who leaves without actually listening to what's going on, they don't stand a chance at making money in any market. That's just the honest truth. Now, I hear a lot of people saying that they're going to make money in the stock market, they're going to make money in the currency markets, but you cannot do that if you are new to this game. You have to hop on the coattails of someone who is already making bank, of someone who has the intelligence and the experience in this game. There are no new players in this game that make bank. There are just none. They're fodder for the big dogs every single day, and it happens over and over again, and people think that they can walk into the market and win without actually having a leader that knows what they're doing or a program that actually can make money. It's really not going to happen, guys. So I want to save you money with that information right there. But what do I mean by exposing ourselves to excess risk? Basically, if you're in the market at any point of time, okay, you are exposed to risk. At any given time, there could be a bad news event that happens anywhere in the world, and it could go against your position and you would lose a lot of money. In a way, yes. If your team is composed of people that have strengths that you don't, or a better strength than yourself, then yes. Always try to have your team level up. You know what I mean by that? You don't want to be the leader of a team if you yourself aren't yet successful. Because if you're not successful yet and your team is on a different level that's lower than you, then you have no one to lift yourself up. You're going to have to really find a mentor to actually help lift you up. You have to change the thinking patterns, and that's not going to help if you're with people that are on a lower mindset and income bracket and so forth than yourself. Now, it sounds really bad to say that, right? It sounds like really pretentious, like you're downing members of society because of their income potential or what have you, or their knowledge, or some people that aren't as smart as others. But this is basically the way that you change your thinking. You have to align yourself with individuals that are already where you want to be. And it doesn't have to be in person. You can read their biographies and so forth. Right. 97 a month it is. 97 a month. Um, but the fact is that when it comes to paying for a service, a lot of people look at what the cost is, but the cost of anything doesn't matter. What matters is the ratio of what the value you get out of it is. The cost of a life raft when you're drowning in a river does not actually come into play, right? You need it no matter what it costs. And when it comes to many things in life, we look at a price tag and we automatically justify based on the price tag whether or not it's actually for us, right? So the price tag shouldn't matter. It's always about the margin. If the price tag is high but you're making more money than it costs to do such a thing, like say commuting to a job, right? Commuting to a job is very expensive. I live in the New York area, and let me tell you, it's hella expensive to commute to work. It's over $500 just to commute to work per month, to commute. Okay? And you look at that and you're like, wow, it costs $500 to commute to work? Yeah. But it's about what you make at work. Life tax. I have no idea what that means. No, I sell a service called FX Prime, which is an algorithm that systematically takes money from the currency markets. If you're interested in it, you can email me. It's invitation only. You can email me at info@fitbusinessman.com with your first name, your last name, your Periscope username, and a little introduction. Hello, Diane. How are you? Good evening. Good morning, depending on where you're at. Good morning to all the folks in Europe. Getting the morning game on. It is approximately 2 a.m. here, East Coast New York time. Right, it's more of a margin than a residual, but yes, Sweden, excellent. I love Sweden. I have a couple friends in Sweden I haven't seen in a while. I need to reach out to them. But I enjoy talking with you guys around the world. Kazakhstan, 12 p.m. already? Wow. Wow. There's a lot of people in Kazakhstan from here. Yeah, I had no idea it was that late there. South Africa, lovely place. South Africa is an architectural phenomenon right now. Hello from Florida. VA's in the house. Excellent, excellent. Man, we're peppered all over the world right now. I'm in New York City. So I'm in the New York City area. I'm outside of New York City, but I'm frequently in and out of the city. But yeah, that's cool. I love seeing different people from different areas come online and talk about finance. You get a lot of people on Periscope that really don't talk about anything that is going to be of value. Cool. Let me know. Stay in touch with me. You can email me, info@fitbusinessman.com. I'll take you to the best coffee shop in New York City and the best chocolate shop in New York City. I'll show you around some cool spots. Just email me. Probably the only mnemonic screen name that I can think of at this point. If I look a little tired, it's because I haven't been to sleep in a while. I'm sorry, I'll slow it down. Yes, I have that issue too. When people speak other languages. My email, info@fitbusinessman.com. info@fitbusinessman.com. You guys can see me all over the internet on various social profiles. Yes, thank you, John. As the person known as Fit Businessman, that's my tagline. That's my username on every social network. So if you guys have to reach out to me via Twitter or email, just Fit Businessman is usually where you'll find me. I do not pipe check. I wish I did because I actually like, as I get older, I'm starting to take more of an interest in speaking different languages. I do have a Facebook. I'm rarely on Facebook though because it's such a time suck. I just noticed that every time I get on Facebook, 30 minutes later I get off and I don't even know how I got onto it. So in that way, it's a very strange waste of time for me, and I can't pinpoint why. It's like a time vampire, and it's like, wait a second, why did I go on Facebook in the first place? It's really weird. It happens to me a lot. At one point, I actually had to block Facebook. Yeah, YouTube is like that too. Although I find myself, I can, like, I listen to music on YouTube, and I'm not really like drawn into it. Whereas Facebook, for some reason, I just get so sucked into it. But you don't accomplish anything. Yeah, I'm on Instagram as well. Instagram, Twitter, Blab, Periscope. What else? Snapchat. Too many social networks. It's like, but I do hop on all of them at least 2 or 3 times a week. Snapchat is probably the least. Yeah, and then also catch.me if you guys want to see any replays. Yeah, John, they had a new update. What was cool about the new update? I saw it come through. It's just the ability to add like audio recordings, right? At least I checked it out. That's all I saw. Yeah, and it plays the stories back to back. Right. Which is easy, but gets very addictive. Oh. Again, it's like information overload. Diana, no, don't be afraid. It is a big city, but there are a lot of lovely people in the city. I'll show you around. Don't worry about that. We'll grab some coffee. What you can do, though, is you can familiarize yourself with a map beforehand. The neighborhoods in New York City are very well defined. And so the more upscale neighborhoods tend to be extremely nice. Don't worry. There's lots of translation for the maps. Alex was Alex who? Who are you talking about? Florida. Ah, wow. Wow. Well, we will connect. Email me, please. info@fitbusinessman.com. John, if you could put that up again. Email me. Oh, yeah. Sometimes people travel when they get on these scopes. And the stories get all over the place. On Snapchat. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. So, we have a little short working out. Mirzabakova. Alright, Diana. I'll do that. I hope I spelled that right. Yes, and if you guys need to see replays, it's on catch.me. So what we're attempting to do, guys, is tonight, I just kind of want to see what plays set up, but I wanted to discuss something with you guys in terms of visualization. I don't come on often and talk about mindset and visualization, but it's extremely important for traders. It's extremely important for anyone who wants to get ahead in life in general. If your mind isn't there, your reality will not follow. That's just the way it is. It may be hard to believe that, all right, because we think to ourselves, this world can't see everything we do. Young Yeezy, what up? This world can't see everything that we do, right? So, how can it tell what we think? But I can honestly tell you that people, and I believe this. Very cool. We're just talking about Forex and mindset actually right now. Mindset to be exact. When you think positively, you carry yourself in a different way. Okay. And certain people see that. I'm 35, Diana. Certain people see that, right? They see you and they say to themselves, well, this person is acting differently, or they walk differently, they talk differently. And you're going to attract certain people into your life. You know, not just friends, not just coworkers, not just opportunities, or lovers, or whatever. Oh, we're just grabbing coffee. That's really funny. Yes, always trying to improve myself. Absolutely, absolutely, because it's really, for me, as I get older, right? I notice right away when someone has the right mindset. Just by, I don't even have to speak to them. I'll either overhear something they say, or I see the way they interact with other people, and I know right away whether or not that person is happy, has things going for them in their life, attracts great people into their life. It's very easy to tell. 10 years ago, I was not so good at it. 15 years ago, probably had zero ability to do that whatsoever. But now I'm so in tune with it that when I won't even sit down to speak to people unless I know exactly where their mindset is at. I've had to dump at least 5 friends in the past 2 or 3 years because their mindset was not where it needed to be, and it was too draining for me to actually have to be the happiest, most go-getting, most positive person in that relationship. And that's the only thing I want to get across to you guys. Yeah, John. You know, that happens a lot. It happens a lot. You know, if your job takes you elsewhere, and just traveling, I will say this, just traveling alone will open up your eyes to so many different things. A person that travels is going to be on another level with their mindset no matter what. You see so many things, great things and bad things, that give you a better appreciation for people and the world in general. And it's been proven that people that travel are actually better thinkers, happier with their life, so on and so forth. Me too, Diana. I love traveling. I love it. I have not been international yet, but I've traveled within the U.S. and I love it. There's still so much I have to see in the U.S., but I definitely want to travel abroad within the next couple of years. You know, all right, well, we're getting that under the belt, right? We're gonna get you to the USA soon. You'll love it. You'll like it. I haven't been to Europe. I want to go to Europe. I especially want to go to Dubai and Italy and of course Paris, London, all the major cities, Copenhagen and Amsterdam. I want to hit up a few major cities just to kind of see Brussels, Belgium. I gotta check those places out. I gotta check them out. Gotta check them out. And I'll likely do it at some point within the next 5 years, just to kind of get it under my belt. Yeah, Amsterdam looks cool. And actually, Amsterdam is turning out to be like a Silicon Valley of Europe. They're actually having an enormous technology push in Amsterdam, recruiting a lot of U.S. talent to Amsterdam. So technology in itself is becoming a language. Yeah, and so it's pretty cool. The opportunity to work abroad is another way to look at traveling. If you get the opportunity to work abroad, you could do that as well. The more in demand your skills are. Mad Genius. I have not. Let me see. Who's that by? Randy Gage. Yes. Okay. I know. Randy Gage has a he's on Periscope every once in a while. I haven't seen him in a while, but he actually was one of the first people I followed on Periscope. So was he got a podcast too? Mad Genius Radio. Mad Genius. Inferno by Dan Brown. I have not. I thought you said you didn't speak English, and here you are reading Dan Brown books. It's way harder to read English than it is to speak it. She's just very modest. She's like, oh, I don't speak English. Hamrock, what up? What should you trade right now? Well, I'm not seeing any real movement in the market tonight. You know, Euro GBP. Ah, you read in Russian, okay. You know, 5 pip move. I mean, there's no real moves happening right now. And so the algorithm's kind of doing nothing. Well, I'll tell you what. You teach me Russian, anything in Russian, especially the crazy characters. When I look at any language with characters, whether it's Asian or Russian, the brain just shuts down. And I need to get past that because obviously I'm a coder. So I have the ability to understand it. It's just that I haven't really been taught. So any language with characters just gets me. Thinking long in the euro dollar. Let me check out the euro dollar really quick. I would not go long in the euro dollar right now. Prime just hit off a short, which is likely to be possibly a 10-pip move downward. So right now would not be the optimal entry. Yeah, English, and the funny thing about that statement is that English is actually a pretty hard language. English is a difficult language to learn because there's so many nuances. With any language, really. Well, we're getting some movement in the market now, guys. Yeah, the Euro USD has been null in terms of volatility. There's not much money to be made in the euro right now. If you look at the range from yesterday, you know, the entire range was about 40 pips. You know, if you caught it in exactly the right places. So when that much volatility exists, when it's such a small amount, there's not a lot of money to be taken out of the market. So I'm staying out of the Euro USD until it pops out of this band. It's been trending sideways. Well generation. I have no idea what that is. Pilly. Not sure what that is, sorry. I'm listening to Trap City. If you guys ever have a question about what I listen to when I trade, Trap City, it's a YouTube channel. Got some hot songs on there. Got some very hot songs on there. So yeah, guys, in terms of trades tonight, I'm waiting for something to present itself. Right now, I'm not seeing anything that looks the least bit appetizing in terms of taking a position. And, you know, when that occurs, just kind of like, all right, whatever. Looks like the euro is attempting to pop through 13.35, which is good. But yeah, we popped through it, so we'll see if it doesn't retrace. That 13.35 level is actually a fib level from a couple weeks back. That's been hard for the euro to penetrate through. So if we get a candlestick close above the 13.35, that's good because that means that we got out of that range that had been really suppressing the volatility in the euro. Right. John, as of right now, it's just the 2 videos. I'm going to get the next video up. It should be up sometime this morning, late next morning. Well, late this morning, Tuesday morning on the East Coast. I'm actually in the process of adding about 8 more videos over the next 2 weeks. So the videos are very in-depth. It's probably going to be a total of about 10 hours 8 to 10 hours of video in total. And those videos are basically for the intent of making sure that people are using Prime correctly. So they're not going to be beginning videos. They're going to be videos that are very specific to using Prime. Right. Jose, where you been, man? I was like, what happened to Jose? What up? Just got off of work. Hustler. My man is a hustler. Playing that late night golf, I see. Playing that late night golf. That midnight glow in the dark golf. I see how it is. Wealth generator? Yeah, I guess that's what you could call me. We're the pip killers. Hashtag pip killers. EuroCAD had some nice moves yesterday, guys, and I'm looking at EuroCAD today, let me tell you. We hit a nice bottom in EuroCAD. That's funny. No, just be careful. I had a friend in college that would take all these pharmaceutical trials for money. Like, he would get paid like $150 to go like into a 4-week trial and take this fucking mystery drug. And the kid was the wackiest guy in the world, man. And he was so wacky, I had to wonder whether it was all the medication he was taking, or was it really just his nature to be wacky. That was a funny guy. Jonathan was his name. What a kook. Yeah, well, he was in college, man, so he was trying to make extra money. And he had a job, but it didn't pay much. So he would take these pharmaceutical trials where they would feed him basically mystery drugs, right? And so he would go into that trial and take the drug, and there's like certain rules to it or whatever. And what a nut job, man. Yeah, I was like, dude, why are you doing this? Don't you worry about what's actually in the drugs? He seemed like he was not much, concerned with it. So I guess that it's okay. Yeah. It's just pretty funny because we used to make fun of him, saying, "Dude, does your pee glow in the dark? And if you grow any limbs, let us know so we can, or if you find the next Viagra, let us know." What a nut. Yeah, right. Let's see if Let's see. I'm checking. I'm scanning through a bunch of different currency pairs right now. All right, guys. It looks like British pound Jappy has a nice long shooting off on the British pound Jappy. So pound yen has a nice long firing off. Nice long. Periscope must be on to... there must be something going on with Periscope. I've got like literally half of the people coming into the room now. And all the people that I used to follow, I don't see any of them online right now. Like, none of them come online anymore. Do you guys notice that? Am I the only one that notices that? Is that a yay or an A? Yeah, correct, John. I'm working on a few spreadsheets for you guys. I just want to make sure that I get them done correctly. Right now, I feel that the videos are more important than the spreadsheets, because the videos, the conceptual stuff in the videos, will have to be known. You'll have to watch the videos over and over again to kind of get why the spreadsheets are useful. Does that make sense? So I think, oh, excellent, John. Thank you. I worked pretty hard on them. I haven't been. Okay, no problem, Alron. I think I just got your email. I think you just emailed me. See, I keep seeing a lot of people get booted, or they come out and then they have to come back in. No, you're not missing anything, John. Literally, I just started the back end for the website. The main thing, the main product is Prime itself. The main product is Prime itself. That's going to be what's making people the money. You know what I mean? So it reconnects, yeah. And I'm indoors. I'm indoors with a super strong Wi-Fi signal. So go figure. I don't know. Periscope. Sometimes the technology is a little bit ahead of the hardware, or the hardware is a little bit ahead of the connectivity. Prime. What is FX Prime? So FX Prime is an algorithm that is designed for the currency markets. I started coding the algorithm about 8 years ago, so it's been 8 years of constant testing. I've got 10 years of back testing data. The program is 95% accurate with the trades, believe it or not. And that's done on a daily rolling schedule. So if I take any 20 rolling days in a 10-year back test, we've had 95% accuracy with the calls, which is pretty much unparalleled. We beat pretty much every major hedge fund in the world in terms of currency plays. What else? Right now, I'm offering it. Today's the last day. You get a 7-day trial if you sign up. Scott, what up? Yes, I'm the creator of it. I have 100% ownership. We basically allow a 7-day trial beforehand. If you want to try it out for 7 days, you can sign up right now. You can email me, info@fitbusinessman.com, your first name, last name, Periscope handle, and just a 1-paragraph introduction that explains why you want to use it, why you would like to get invited to the beta. Do you automate? It's semi-automated. So Prime gives everything automatically, but I have control over the execution and the alerts that go out. I filter everything because of the whole Knight Capital debacle, where they lost $10 million a minute for having a bad trading program. That will never happen to me because I won't allow it. Yeah, you can look up Knight Capital. Knight Capital. They were located in New Jersey. Yeah, $10 million a minute they lost. By the end of the day, they lost $458 million. They had to get bailed out. So, and I actually knew some people that worked there who are very intelligent people. You know, for some reason, some bad line of code made it past several people that were supposed to check it. And it was supposedly like the perfect storm. They uploaded the algorithm to one of 7 servers that they had. And unfortunately, they had to check every program on every server. And that program was on the last server. So it literally took them the entire day to actually find the program that was causing the faulty trades to go through and causing them to lose money. Supposedly they only would have lost like $20 million, $30 million if it was on that first server. But because they had to check every server, it really just decimated the entire company. They technically went bankrupt. I think they got bought out by someone. They still exist. I think they just do different things. But anytime someone tells you about a completely automated strategy, Knight Capital, Knights, like a knight in shining armor, like Knights of the Round Table. Yes, correct. They were a market maker as well as a. I guess they were. Hey, what up? I guess they would be considered a hedge fund as well, but they basically made markets in various equities, so they were acting almost as a broker in a way. And man, they got smashed. They got smashed. Sometimes technology does that, and that's why I don't make any completely automated systems. When you employ a completely automated system, you put your entire capital at risk, and unless that system has the ability to do the correct type of diversification. Carlos, what up? Yeah, they were a big firm. They were leveraged too. I think they had like 180 or 250 million cash. And then they had like 2 or 3 times that in leverage. So they were trading nearly $1 billion when that happened. Drum player for the Lord, what up? What up, what up? So, you know, guys, the market is flat right now. I mean, there's nothing happening. I'm hoping some volatility comes into the market. I'm hoping. I mean, very cool, Carlos. So I'm looking at the pound yen and the pound USD. Seem to be the big movers right now. And by big movers, I mean, you know, 10, 15 pips. The big movers aren't so big right now. So anyways, guys, I see a lot of people popped in and either got kicked out or what have you. Oh, okay, everybody comes back in. Periscope is quite annoying right now. So the pound USD, it's going to look either sideways or down. What's happening, Jose? You got kicked out? Tired today. Checking some trades, cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a plethora of overnight experiences lately. These people think they stand a chance in the room. I'm quick on the trigger, baby. I'm quick on the trigger. Sorry, Pilly, I do not speak Spanish. No, it's not getting to me. I'm used to this type of stuff. I'm just tired. In a way, it's kind of pushing my body. I had a hard workout today. Whoa. Hard workout today. So throughout the course, yeah, Jose is my translator. You know, just rude people. Just rude people with very Very small minds, that's all. Nothing worth talking about. I like this song right here. This is a hot beat. Alright. So we've got, very cool, everyone's a networker if they're in business. We've got the pound USD. Just made a nice pop. A 30 pip pop. And Prime is long right now. That doesn't mean go long because it's having trouble staying long. As a matter of fact, I am waiting. Can I catch the slide back down? I wouldn't do that. There's an inherent danger. This is going to be the second day we've had bullish trend in the British USD, the pound USD. But I'll let you know if we fire off a short. And I'll probably get offline. I'll probably give it to the members. I know there's some guys that are up late right now looking for a trade, but to be quite honest, tonight has been a horrible trading atmosphere. There's been like 5 to 7 pips of total movement. Yeah, no problem, buddy. We got to get you a second device. Medaria, what up? How are you? How are you? How you doing? How you doing? It's a fairly boring night to trade. Alright guys, I'm going to get offline and get some work done. I hope you guys have a great night. For those of you that are members, whenever something fires off, I'm going to give you guys an alert. Until then, yeah, today is just, the night has been so flat. I mean, the biggest mover is the USD yen, or the euro yen, sorry. GBP, JPY. Yeah, I mean, 7 p.m. there was a nice pop. Yeah, that's not bad. We got some movement coming in the market now, so that's good. But these tend to be, these oscillations don't tend to be very large movements. I want to see something. There's a lot of retracements that usually occur, so I want to see something start trending. There hasn't been much trending right now. The trend from the USD CAD continuing downward. Yeah, the pound yen's looking good. Looking good. However, At this point, if you're not already in this trade, it's too risky to actually take this trade. It's already got 20 pips down. You know, I'd be looking for something. Pound USD might be a good one too. Alright guys, enjoy the night. I'm going to hop offline. For you guys that are members of Prime, be on the lookout. I'll make sure that something gets sent out tonight. We'll catch some type of move, alright? Stay strong, stay positive, stay clear-minded, okay? Stay focused. Most of all, stay focused. Stay focused. Alright guys, have a good night.